Good afternoon and thank you for joining us. I'm Leslie Spoon. Right now our area is being impacted by a global technology outage impacting businesses such as emergency services, airlines, hotels, media and banks around the world. Microsoft and cybersecurity firm Crowdstrike have been down for hours. It's led to several airlines and airports around the country grounding some flights, including here at MSY. Crowdstrike says the outage related to Microsoft cloud-based services was not caused by a security incident or a cyber attack. Some people also had problems with online banking this morning. A lot of hotels across the country, including here, even the Roosevelt we talked to, dealing with computer issues. And some businesses had issues taking credit card payments overnight, including some people not being able to pay for gas at the pump. We mentioned this morning the Plaquemines Parish government computer systems were down, and our latest update, they are all coming back online. And some Louisiana state offices were hit by the Crowdstrike outage early this morning. While the Office of Motor Vehicles is coming back online, not all services are available at all OMV offices. OMV Commissioner Dan Casey is asking customers to check back in next week.
OMV experienced outages today due to Crowdstrike. We're asking you to please refrain from coming to our offices today because we have limited services at all of our offices due to the computer issues. We're hoping that you can reschedule an appointment going through to expresslane.org and checking and see what services are offered at particular offices and reschedule your appointments for next week.
All OMV offices are expected to be back up and running by Monday. One of the biggest headaches worldwide is the airports affected by this outage. That does include Armstrong International Airport. That's where we find Alyssa Curtis. Alyssa, what's the latest?
Leslie, for some it's looking up, for some it's not looking so great. Take a look at the lines here at the Delta area of MSY. This long line that you're seeing, this is for people with canceled flights. And I spoke to some people in line and it's taken them at least an hour to get up to the desk. Again, this line is for canceled flights. The line next to it, it has significantly decreased, and this line is for everything else. So checking in, putting your bags on the plane, things like that. This line, again, in the past hour has significantly improved. But the airport was absolute chaos this morning, and the slow lines were just endless. Again, thankfully, it seems to be getting better since our morning reporter Winston was out here. We did just get an update from TSA saying the TSA lines and the TSA operations have not been impacted, so that is good news. But it's affecting each airline differently, so there's really no uniform answer to travelers' questions. Here at MSY, Delta, Spirit, and American Airlines seem to be where some of those major issues are. Passengers have been frustrated all morning, not just because of the impact it's having on their travel, but also because of the lack of communication.
There were no emails sent. We weren't notified of any delays or anything. I arrived this morning. All the machines were down and not operating, and I was told they would call us when they got to us.
Some airports have reported that their operations are back up. I just took a look at the flight board. It seems like some flights are resuming. They're delayed a little bit though. Some are canceled, but most seem to be delayed. But again, there's going to be a ripple effect because so many of these flights were canceled or delayed. So if you need to get to your connecting flight, maybe something like that in your next city is going to be delayed or off, or if you miss your connecting flight. So again, a lot of impacts this weekend to travelers. A lot of people are frustrated. I'm working to find out exactly how passengers can rebook their flights and what that's going to look like. The U.S. Department of Transportation has advised people right now to head to flightrights.gov to see what the airline owes you and how you can rebook your flight. Reporting live at MSY, Alyssa Curtis, WWL Louisiana.
Alyssa, great information. Thank you very much. Here's a look at the FlightAware's misery map showing which airports are having the most cancellations, and delays. As you can see, Atlanta, Denver, Houston, and Chicago O'Hare seem to have the most right now. CBS's Bradley Blackburn is at LaGuardia Airport in New York with the very latest.
Long lines and confused passengers filled airports around the world, from Newark in New Jersey to Pittsburgh and Chicago, even India and Hong Kong.
We were hoping that when we got here, it would not be canceled, but it is canceled.
Thousands of flights were canceled or delayed. The FAA says Delta, American, United, and Allegiant Airlines were all grounded for a period.
They said, don't worry, all the flights are delayed. That's all they told me.
The outage hit Australia particularly hard, closing down stores and forcing news outlets off the air for hours. It also affected IT systems used by the Paris Olympics Organizing Committee. The cybersecurity firm Crowdstrike says it was caused by a faulty update to computers running Microsoft Windows.
We identified this very quickly and rolled back this particular content file. Obviously, many organizations are impacted.
The problem caused airlines to lose access to check-in and booking services during this busy time of summer vacations.
Airlines are starting to recover, but there are going to be some pain points over the next 24, probably to 48 hours.
The outage highlights the world's dependence on software from a limited number of providers.
It can cause cascading outages, not just for the people who are direct CrowdStrike consumers, but for those that rely on other people that rely on CrowdStrike.
The Points Guy recommends if your flight was delayed or canceled to check with your airline and credit card company you use to book in case you're entitled to reimbursement for food or hotel stays. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
And this morning we reached out to local parishes, agencies, emergency services, law enforcement organizations, trying to figure out the extent of the outage impacts here in our community. We are not aware of any issues with emergency services or getting through to 911. LCMC Health confirmed the outage temporarily affected their hospitals and facilities, but as of 8:30 this morning, they said most of the network outage had been resolved. We did reach out for an update just a while ago. We are waiting to hear back. Ochsner said at this time, patient care had not been impacted in any way. The Louisiana State Police was having some computer issues early this morning. They say the system is now back online. Entergy New Orleans says they were not affected.